Hey guys, what's up? So, installed this Quad 6 Pro probably 4 or 5 months ago. I got it for Christmas. But one of the issues is I can't hear it in my old Bronco. I have a 351 Windsor in there, pretty tricked out engine. A couple different things. I'm actually having issues with noise, which I'm kind of repaired, doing different things to fix it, but I also can't hear the thing hardly. You know, even at max volume, I can hardly hear it. So I wanted to add like an external speaker to it, but I couldn't find a speaker that I was actually happy with, that was, I feel, going to give me enough power. I made some other speakers in a different video, like my experiment, my speaker shootout video with the 8-inch versus the 6-inch video, but let me show you real fast. So I designed some speaker pods in the other video. What's funny is I did a 6-inch speaker and an 8-inch speaker. And what's funny is, depending on what radio it is, like the newer radio is like the bigger speaker, and the older radio is like the smaller 6-inch speaker. But I had a leftover speaker, and I was thinking, okay, well, can I make this thing happen like this? Kind of design a speaker box. So I might design both here. So that's a 6-inch speaker, but I feel this was like really close. So then I went on eBay and bought this thing. He wasn't very far away from me, but this is a 4x6 or 6x4 or 4x6, I'm not sure. So I gotta design a speaker box for this thing. This thing puts out 10 watts though, so it's a pretty decent sized magnet. But I gotta measure the radio too, so it looks like, well, it obviously gives me more clearance. But this will be facing right at me too. That's kind of what I want, you know, because this thing is loud. This truck, well, it's not crazy loud, but it makes it really hard to hear the radio. So this 6-inch round just seems like it's a little bit, you know, I'm going to make it very clear or close to the tunnel there. So, alright, so I'm going to go into Fusion 360 and design it like a speaker box. But I wanted to mount it to the existing screws here, like the side screws, the mounting screw hardware. But I'm also going to design, I already have new knobs I designed in other videos for like other projects on my Thingiverse page, like the M5, you know, extra size screws, which I'll probably end up converting to that, because you can get way more grip on them. And these ones that come in the factories, they pop off really. They kind of suck. All right, so I got to do that. I got to design this pod box. I want to have it mount to the side. Basically, just give me an undermount radio. So it's going to mount to the radio, to the tabs underneath it. So at least that's the idea here. So, all right, I'm going to go design something, and I'll come back and I'll show you in Fusion 360. And then once I'm done, I like it, then I'll 3D print it out, and we'll do some tests. Okay, so I designed 2 boxes here. So for what do I use Fusion 360, or now it's just called Fusion. I've been messing with that for probably 4 or 5 years. Alright, so I designed two different boxes here. So one is more of like a square box, but it's slightly tapered to the inside of here because to fit the size of the radio. Alright, so I might mess with different grills to see how I like this, you know. You know, like aesthetics, you know, I'm into the aesthetics. So, alright, so I gotta take this off. I'm gonna cut one of these mono cables off here. I'm gonna get the size right, and then I'm gonna cut it off and solder onto the speaker. But yeah, it just comes up right here. Just the latches will go onto the actual side of the radio. So. Alright, there's the cable 3. Alright, maybe do like that. Alright. Yeah, what's funny is it didn't have a negative or positive, but usually negative's on the left side. So, look at that. Alright, so I'm printing out some new tabs here. This didn't fit right. But take a look. Actually, let's go see how it sounds before the tabs are done. Alright, so before I put this away, let's see how it sounds. Yeah, there's absolutely zero skip going on right now because I'm on the Super Bowl right now. Nothing's been coming in. Yeah, way louder. Plus, it's going to be pointed right at me. So, alright, so this should just come right up like that. Unplug it, and then it should be able to fit in there. I'll show you when I get it in there. Yeah, this thing gets crazy loud. Yeah, that was my issue. When I was driving the car, I could hardly hear this thing.
I got two little Bofung. They're called Bofung. And
yeah, it does 10 watts, so that's cool.
I got the 997S, and I got two of those, and the power supply's a 10 volt.
Alright, I'll put both designs down below my Thingiverse page if you want a link to the speaker too. The speaker was only $650, but it was like $650 to ship. So if you're in Stanton, California, that's where the guy's located, you can buy them there.
So I think we're okay on the power supply.
But yeah, much bigger speaker, 4x6 versus getting one of those little tiny ones for 20 bucks, you know. I mean, if you have a 3D printer. And I'm actually running PLA Plus, but it's not great for sun, so we'll see how that holds up. And if not, I'll reprint it and ASA. But yeah, awesome stuff. I might play with different grill designs, you know, some different aesthetics, you know. So all I have to do is unscrew from the top and, you know, screw nowhere on there. It's not a big deal. Alright, cool. Awesome.